Hey MSM fam, back again with another episode and update on my Wind Archer adventures. So today we did Culvert, so let's take a look at what happened today. So in Culvert today, well actually let me start from the beginning. So I think Culvert has changed since our most recent patch. I think they've made the beginning stages much easier. So before there used to be 2 rounds of killing monsters, and this time I think now that they've updated it, there's only a couple rounds of killing monsters. Like the monsters seem to die much faster, and it doesn't seem like we have to map wipe twice in order to get into the next stage, and it looks like we only need to do it once. So I actually appreciate that, because then we don't have to run around as much. And also I've upgraded my look from using the Goblin Fire, which a few of you guys have asked me what CS item that was. The Goblin Fire that I was using was from a CS package that came back during the Christmas season. So I anviled my snow set on that, and the snow set that I had, the shoes were running out of EXP days. So I anviled I fused a new master label set. I fused the Time Master set, and I anviled the Time Master weapon into this dolphin, because the Time Master weapon wasn't that great looking in my opinion. So I decided to switch it up and use this anchor, which is kind of cool. It comes with the gold dolphin. So here we are. I kind of recorded this video today so that I could figure out what I may be possibly doing wrong in Sharenian's Culvert. In the Archers Discord, we had talked about the recent change in how the scores are calculated. It looked like most classes got a 2x multiplier just on all their scores, and that kind of goes in line with what I've seen. My score jumped from around 24 to 28k up to 50k yesterday, and then today that was without a pally, and today I'm testing it with a pally. So remember how my build is very heavily weighted towards crit damage. So and Sharenian's Culvert, this boss in particular starts gaining ridiculous crit resistance once it gets into the 3rd and 4th forms. So with the pally, I hope that my score goes up by quite a decent amount. So here's us in the corner, because I was told that the first 2 levels of the boss, there's only 1 target. So it's okay to stay in the corner for the first 2 levels and kind of leverage the kickback. Like the Culvert boss has a skill where it can knock you back when it casts it. So staying in the corner allows us to just basically save time of having to walk back. So this is the skill where he charges up. You can kind of see that it pops me up into the sky. Normally that would throw me away from him, but since we're against the wall, there really isn't anywhere to go. So with the pally here, you can kind of see our score is jumping up quite quickly. We're already at 80,000 points, and it's only been about a minute or 2. So yeah, so I did a full buff run here except for boss rush. I might be missing a wild hunter buff, and maybe the short bus may have run out, because it is about 4 or 5 minutes into the Culvert match. I think Culvert is about 10 minutes, and the faster we go through the first 3 levels, the faster we get to this stage. And that's where a lot of the points come in. The quicker we get here to this stage to fight the boss, the longer we have to deal damage. So here's that dreaded connecting automatically issue that's been going on. It's really quite an unenjoyable experience because we lose DPS on it, and we kind of are afraid like that we might have just disconnected. If we were in a boss fight, well, this is a boss fight, but it's not like an expedition. So if we drop out, it's only bad for us. But say if we were doing like Chaos Vellum and then we dropped out, that would kind of suck because that would affect the whole team. So I really hope Nexon fixes it because yeah, it's just not as pleasant to play like that. So I think we are finally on stage 3 here. We can kind of visually see that the boss gets significantly larger, and starting from stage 3 and up, the boss now has multiple targets. So it's more advantageous to attack from a higher level, because as you can see here, my Song of Heaven now is hitting 2 targets at the minimum, and then the Trifling Winds are kind of hitting maybe a 3rd target, depending on where it flies. So here's me struggling to get back to the boss, because if you take a look at the right corner, I've swapped my attack and jump buttons because I was just trying it out to get used to it, and I guess I wasn't used to it yet. So I was trying to jump off and attack, but really I guess I was hitting the attack button and moving my D-pad, the virtual pad, up and down, yeah, and getting stuck. So here you can kind of see my attacks are hitting cap at 7.5 mil. So it must mean that the the pally threaten is on, because usually without the pally threaten, it's really hard for me to hit crits. Wow, this boss is really like going for it with those knockbacks. So normally here, I try to use Monsoon, Pierre, and Flower, because all of those work out to gain more damage and hits. So Pierre hits for a lot, has a lot of numbers of attacks, and each line of attack can proc more Trifling Winds. So it's really advantageous for us to have Pierre out. And Pierre casts really quickly. Like normally I'm used to just tapping Pierre and then switching right back to Song of Heaven, and both will work immediately, one after the other. And in between those, I like to throw in a Monsoon and a Flower just to recast it for my team as well. The Flower gives us like 20% minus Fizz defense for the boss, so that helps boost everyone's damage. That time it looked like I did it okay. So I decided to use Windwalk and then just let it drop down, because I noticed that sometimes when I get knocked away and I Windwalk and then I hit jump at the end, I sometimes fly off the platform and then I have to climb the ladder, and that kind of wastes time. Wow. He really is hitting his knockback skill more so than normal. Oh great. So this is another time where we're connecting automatically and we just don't know if we're actually going to get back into the game. And it looks like we wasted some time there because we lost time for being in reconnecting, and we also lost time to deal damage. So Nexon, I really hope you guys fix this, because I've heard other friends also complain about this not just happening in Culvert, it also happens in Fort, it happens in Web, and a lot of expeditions. So that really takes away from our gameplay. Wonder what my score is going to be today, because we have a pally and our points are up to 250k. That's a pretty decent score. I guess we'll find out in about 1 or 2 seconds. Cool, I got 64k points. That's pretty nice. I think that's about 14k higher than without a pally from yesterday. So I think I'll need more days to actually practice, like maybe next weekend, to see how to get more points. I also hope that people that are watching can kind of give me tips on how they manage to achieve 80 and 90k points for a wind archer. Maybe I'm doing something wrong in either my gameplay, or maybe I just need better equips. Yeah, I do really want to find out. Oh, so normally I like to do GHB right after Culvert because we already have full buffs, so I might as well put them to use. And I think Joyce is really strong, so I think it'll give her a good run for GHB. I think I'm also missing some party buffs for party members, but I think it's okay. I kind of like the Mentori plus origami look. The purple and light purple really go well together. I think I also really struggle in Guild Honor battle. Like running up and down the platform, sometimes I slip off. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. That's going to be it for this video, and I hope to catch you guys soon. Later.